Welcome to Building Solutions with FAC. During FAC's annual conference, we had the pleasure of sitting down with a series of our most valuable corporate partners to understand the role they play alongside our counties. These partners represent subject matter experts in a wide variety of spaces and can provide essential guidance on some of the biggest issues facing our state today. Let's take a closer look at how these corporate partners are building solutions alongside our counties. What is up, good people of Florida? My name is Grigas, and I am live from FAC's annual conference floor. We are here in sunny Orange County, Florida. The sun is shining, the ice cream is flowing out here, and I am joined by Michelle McGovern from Comcast. How you doing today, Michelle?
I'm doing great. Good to be with you, Jared.
Back at you. We are glad to have you guys, obviously. You enjoying the conference so far?
We really are.
Good. I hope you guys are getting a lot out of it, as much as we are. We'll jump right into things. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your role with Comcast?
So I am the regional vice president of government affairs. I cover all of Florida, a little bit of Georgia and Alabama. And we have a mighty team of government affairs all over the state. And really our job is to connect with local government in order to spread the good word of Comcast.
Why don't you take us through that a little bit? What does your role look like working alongside the counties?
So it's actually a really exciting time for me to be at Comcast. I'm actually new to Comcast. I've been here for 3 months.
Welcome.
Thank you. I'm really enjoying it. But it's an exciting time because there's a real opportunity now, thanks to some federal funding and some state funding that's coming down in order to expand broadband, particularly in rural, unserved, and underserved communities. And so, in partnership with the governor's office and DEO, we've applied for a significant number of grants. In fact, we recently were awarded. We were awarded almost $50 million in grants in order to expand to 25 rural communities across the state, and many of them for the first time. And so, and what that looks like is, there's been a significant investment in infrastructure, and that infrastructure includes broadband. If people can't connect, they can't have access to their health care. The kids aren't able to go to school. And I think we learned that in the pandemic, that having that connectivity is really key. It's really as important as the electricity that comes into your house almost, because it's really our connection to the world, and it's a great equalizer in underserved communities, really getting them the opportunity to get online.
Sure. Well, obviously, good to have you guys at the forefront of this. I know this is a priority issue for a lot of our counties, specifically those smaller rural counties. What are some of the challenges you guys are seeing in this landscape right now?
I think some of the challenges. One of the other things that's an opportunity for us, and part of the word that we're spreading out into the community is a federal program called the Affordable Connectivity Program. We call it ACP, and this is a program that allows families who can't afford. The broadband could be running through your community, but if you can't afford to sign up for,
it's lost on you.
If you're for a package, doesn't matter. And so there's a federal program called the Affordable Connectivity Program, and it's up to $30 if you qualify. And folks who qualify are, students on Pell Grants, kids in Head Start programs, families who qualify for those programs, and so it's up to $30 of free access to the internet, and so that has really made a big difference. But
yeah, noble pursuit.
In order to get people to sign up for that, I can't just walk into any area and be like, hey, I'm Michelle from Comcast and we want to tell you about free internet. What we do is we go out and partner with trusted partners in the community. And actually I want to brag about something that we just did yesterday. We partnered with a really amazing group in Tallahassee called the Appalachia Technology Center. And this is a group in the south side of Tallahassee, and they are, they work out of a house in the middle of the neighborhood, and they're working with seniors and kids and families in order to teach them about digital connectivity. And so we've awarded them a $75,000 grant that Comcast has given them to get digital navigators. These are people who will go out into the community,
Sure.
go to churches, go to civic organizations, and tell them about the Affordable Connectivity Program and help them get online and get connected. And so that is how Comcast is out in the community, really finding every way possible. We're using all the tools we have in the toolbox in order to make sure that we're getting people connected.
Gotcha. Sounds like education is just really valuable currency.
It really is, and
space.
partnering with people in the community who really who can really help. I mean, if you're in a Hispanic community, I'm Puerto Rican descent, but there are people in the Hispanic community that really want to make sure that somebody is telling them that, oh, I'm sorry, you want me to sign up for what, and who's going to know that?
Right.
Well, we work with trusted partners in the community to tell them that, no, this is really an opportunity for you, and now your kids are going to be able to really get online and get that fast connection in order to get their homework done.
That's important.
It really is.
Now, building off that, what can counties do to help you help them?
Well, there's lots of things we can do, and we actually are partnering with our counties. I mean, that's the key, right? A lot of these, let me just pivot for just a second, because there's some grant funding that the state has coming down, and so what we have done is gone to our partners in counties and said, hey, it's our county commissioners and mayors and city elected officials who are saying to us, I know that people think that this neighborhood is connected, but they're actually not, and we're going to take you there. Or there's this pocket in Miami-Dade County, and I know that it seems like there's a city all around it, but there actually is an area here that is underserved. And so we have been able to have those conversations with those community leaders, go back to our team, our engineering team, and say, hey, look at this area on the map, and I'm putting a circle on the paper, but look at this area on the map, and can we look at that, and can we maybe apply for the grant funding that'll help us
Sure.
expand broadband to that area of the community. And that's what we're doing, and it's partnering with those local elected officials and community leaders that's really helped us identify the pockets that are unserved or underserved.
That is huge.
It's great. Let me tell you about some of the hardening that we're doing at Comcast. We've invested $4.3 million in private capital across Florida for building, maintaining, and operating one of the smartest, most extensive fiber-based networks in the country. And one of those that's about to come online is in Arcadia. We've got 10,000 passings. That's 10,000 homes that we're about to serve. And one of the things that we're doing is we're going in and talking to elected officials, like I said, and making sure that we're expanding correctly there and hardening correctly and actually delivering the service. But we're also partnering with the Boys and Girls Club, talking to the folks at the rodeo, in order to make sure that people who can't afford to join us as Xfinity customers also will have the opportunity to apply for the grants in order to get every family connected.
Gotcha. Now let's get a little nerdier for a second. Take me through the tech side. What are some of the competing approaches here that we're seeing as far as closing that digital divide?
Yeah, I mean, I think there are a lot of folks who feel like, one of, I think, the biggest challenges is that, some people are like, oh, I don't need the internet, I got my phone. Well, we know, you and I know, that your phone can't do everything.
Right.
And trying to make sure that we explain that and share that, and at Comcast, we do also offer Xfinity Mobile as an option. But our first,
I'm a customer.
We appreciate that. But our first and foremost, we want you to have the access to the internet that your kids need and that the family needs in order to, get online and get the work done that you need. People are working from home. Kids are getting laptops to take home in order to get their schoolwork done. Everything is going online, and you can't do that from a phone.
It's the world we live in now.
You can't do that from a phone. You can't do all of that from a phone. There's lots you can do from your phone, but not everything.
Well, let me ask you this. What does the end game look like? Is there a point when you'll be able to kick back and say, my work here is done, or what would I guess, your image of success look like?
I mean, technology is always, advancing, and so I think there's always going to be ways that we can serve our community better, or where we can harden our infrastructure more, and those are all things that we're doing. But the goal here, I mean, I think that the initiative that's come down from the federal government and through our state leaders is that we want everyone to have the opportunity to get online, and we are all working together to make sure that we're able to get that done. And for Comcast and for Xfinity, it's to make sure there are 20% of people don't have access to broadband or the internet across this country, and I think the end goal is to make that zero.
Bridge that divide, yeah. Well, in the spirit of that, bottom line, what is the big takeaway today for all of our listeners and our membership that you can think?
I mean, the big takeaway here is that Comcast is a trusted partner both with our local and state government and throughout our community, and we've proven that. And we are the most reliable source that you can have.
Well said.
Thank you
Michelle,
so much.
we are very grateful to have you on the show here.
Grateful to be
as well
here.
as to have Comcast.
Yeah,
and
this is
their continued support.
this is so fun right in the middle of the
Isn't it?
conference, and I love the Studio 67. That's super cool.
We have fun with it. Well, thank you again,
you.
seriously, and we are signing off.